Say hi.
Oh.
Hi. My favourite stall. Take care. I love this stall. I bought way too many things from here. And it is Miss Rose and Sister Violet. I'm back from the craft fair in Melbourne and it was good. I don't like it in Jeff Shed, which is the exhibition centre in South Bank. I find that draining to be in that space. I don't know why. But yeah, I do find it really hard to be in there. So I feel quite overwhelmed when I'm in there, and I did pick up quite a few things, but I just can't wait to get out of there. So I did take some footage of the actual spaces, but I just thought I'd just go through each sort of grouping of things that I got from different sellers. So this is from Stephanie Reed at Time Distributors. That's their details there, so take a screenshot if you're interested. And I think they're called Maytime Valdini, and they're lovely, just lovely couple. So I took a bit of footage of their booth as well, and they had lots of little packages of tiny bits of lovely bits of material, and $6 for a little package, and that's all I really need. So I've got a few projects that I would like to get to using Japanese fabrics, but bringing in a bit of the yellow. I don't know if I'll do the yellow or not, but I brought them anyway for $6. They threw that in, so thank you so much, because they knew I liked those colours. And another little one with different blues in there as well, and that was $6. And a bit of neutrals, not Japanese, but we'll go with the theme. And then this little cute one that was $6 I couldn't pass up. It's like, it looks like little cats, but it's actually like little cakes, and it came in 2 colorways, so that colorway is easier to see. Forget what they're called. Nope, don't want to pretend. And then these little cats, which I thought were just cute. Look at these little jaunty fellas with little fish. Look at them. Look at their little bathing suit. So I'm not going to unpack them all, but I just thought I'd show you. They had lots of different types of trim, and I thought I would like to make a Japanese inspired rice bag, and a few other little things. I'd like to make a jacket as well. But isn't this great? It's, I don't know how to describe it. It's sewn in, so see that? And it looks like little doilies, blue with white. Isn't that great? So I thought I could use that. And then I couldn't pass this up. I don't need any more ribbon, but it had reds and pinks in there with green. And I just thought, oh, I just love it so much. And there's heaps of it, so I'll be sharing that as well. Of course, I always buy this when I see it. Not particularly good quality, this one. It's a bit, she gave it to me for very little because it's misprinted. But I will tea dye that. And then lace. I don't need any lace. I really don't. But I think these were all a couple of dollars each. This was $8 for old lace, and I just liked it. I don't need it. And this was $6 as well, $8 as well. And I just thought it looked like leaves or flowers. So I'll share that too. And then this little bag was, can't remember. It wasn't very much. It was maybe $10, $12. And it's all silk threads, silk ribbons that, quite a bit on it. So if you follow that, there's quite a bit on each one, which is great because I only use a little tiny bit. So thank you so much. They are such lovely people. Thank you, Stephanie, and your husband's name, who I didn't get. I'm so sorry, sir. So Maytime Distributors, beautiful things. I'll show you the next group of things I got. So from Catharina's Vintage Stitches in Kyabram at the show, I didn't buy very much from her, but she had the most beautiful things. And look at that gorgeous bird. Like, how inspirational is that? She had beautiful things to look at. So take a picture, a screenshot if you wanted to have a look at Catharina's Vintage Stitches. And I got some packs. So gorgeous. I'm not going to undo them all, but just gorgeous packages that have complementary colours in there. I love those kinds of things because I can just pick it up and go, yep, I'm going to make that. And then this one as well. Not my colours. I'm more over here. But I really just love the difference. And there's lots of, look at the birds there. So something I can make out of those as well. So not very much from Catharina's, but she had beautiful things. And by this time, I was getting tired at the show. All right. Now, Yazzii, www.yazzii, so yazzii.com, and it's YAZZII. They're closing down, and they're just retiring. Lovely people. And, you know, we'll be distributing or going to different embroidery groups and workshop groups at different times in Victoria, but basically closing their stores. So if there are things that you want, they've got lots of Japanese, lots of Indian fabrics. So have a look at their things because they're lovely people, and I wish them well in their retirement. So I just got a little pack. I think it was $10 for a pack of all different sparkly things. Would have gone on saris and those kinds of things. So lovely, lovely. And they had just their, you know, not too bad, just little sashiko kits. And I think they were like $5 or $10 each. $5 maybe. And I got 4 because I do want to make a rice bag. So, and they're things that I just want to be able to sit down and do. It comes with a John James needle, which is great, and different thread. So it means that sometimes when I'm, you know, going to the doctor's surgery or waiting for my mum at, you know, at one of her appointments, I can just sit and do it. East Meets West is lovely, lovely people, Japanese couple who run this lovely shop, Etsy shop, and Instagram. You can see all the details there. So take a screenshot if you wish. East Meets West have lots and lots of Japanese fabrics, but other fabrics too. So lots of, you know, they've got Christmas, water soluble, I think they are as well, but panels. So fabulous. And I really want this one. If you can see that in the back, that looks amazing. These kittens playing with wool. But I didn't get too much, but I did get a few things. So as I said, I'm collecting for a Japanese jacket and Japanese rice bags. So this has got cranes on it, and they're all cotton, but this is actually quite thick, so that'll be lovely. And then I think one of these might have to make an appearance in my printer's tray. Lucky cat, waving cat, so it's a great lucky charm, and the fish. So that's great. And this is printed cotton, 100%, really, really thick, almost like it's a linen-y. See how thick that is. So really thick, and I would like to add this to jeans. So that's really great. East Meets West. One of my favourite stores. They are always at different craft shows that you go to, and just lovely women, like the most beautiful women who run it, and Miss Rose and Sister Violet, and just spread joy. They're gorgeous, and their clothes are stunning. A bit above my sort of price point, that, you know, they're quite thin, but just lovely. So they always look gorgeous, both the ladies, but I love their material. So Miss Rose and Sister Violet, Australian owned and Australian loved, but this is the type of clothes, very much like Magnolia as well, but stunning. Just, yeah, bit out of my price point. You could buy a few little pieces. Now, I'm not going to take everything out of the packet, but I just wanted you to see these are $25, and they're, again, a pack. And whenever I go to craft shows, I often want to just have a pack because I love how somebody else's eye has put it together, and you get quite a bit in there. So I'm going to make something lovely out of that. I've got a pink pouch that I want to make, pinkies sort of colours, and look at that. Isn't that just stunning piece as well? So all cotton and a little bit of lace. And of course I got a second one And that's the same material that's in there. I think that's what attracted me to it both times. And the same sort of thing there. But yeah, look at that. Stunning. Just lovely pieces of material, and doily as well. So very, very lucky to have those. And I got some ribbons as well. They come in the pack, and there's reds and pinks. Velvet ribbon, $15 each pack. So I love that they're already picked out. Look at that. Look how beautifully they package those. And I don't know why, but I love a bit of millinery. And they had these, and they were seriously really well priced. They're just like little velvet flowers. And she called them something that I didn't think they were. I can't remember what she said they were, but I thought they were violets. Somebody help me if I'm wrong. But aren't they? They just bring me so much happiness. So they will find their way. Oh my goodness, I need help. They will find their way into I'm looking around my art room. They'll find their way into, let me just see if I can reach it. Nearly broke my chair. So this is just a boot. These are the types of things that I like. So this is just a brass, almost Victorian looking boot, and what I had in it was some velvet millinery. So I think that's not where they'll stay, but I might just add these beauties into here with this. With this for now. Oh, got one sticking out. And they were like $4.50 for a bunch, and I will fiddle with them and make them look gorgeous, but they do kind of go together quite sweetly. I actually think they don't look bad together. They're good colours. I like, this is my colour, so I like the reds and the burgundies and that deep, deep purple. So there you go. I'll show you my last little bit. They're beads. Now, I also bought beads and buttons. Now, before you say anything, I know you've heard me say before, I do not need another bead. But when they're 50 cents, I find it very hard to stay away. I can't help myself. It's an addiction, what can I say? I will be sharing these things, but when they're 50 cents, and I will be using them at school, so I can justify anything. Can you hear me in my voice? I'm justifying. I will be using these with our students at school, and I will be sharing with some friends, but also I just like them. So look away if you think it's excessive. Buttons and More, Anne and Shirley are hilarious. We had a lovely chat, and they are just gorgeous women. So that is their details. Buttons and More, they are funny. But I wanted to share, they were at the show. I'm not sure how many more shows they're going to be doing. It was 4 days. They were really tired by the end. I could see that. But they are gorgeous, gorgeous ladies. Buttons and More. Please support them. Facebook's Buttons and More. I don't know if they have a website. That's all their card says. So let's go through the buttons. Strawberries. We all know we're having a strawberry issue at the moment. We're all loving them. I will share those with people as well. Some little love hearts. And then these. They're like a face of a man with like a chignon at the back of his head, like his hair's tied. I don't know, but I like them. And then these are stone chips, semi-precious, and I'm hoping to do a sea underwater, not underwater, like a beach, maybe ocean theme thing later next year. I'm thinking, hopefully. So I will keep a bag of that, and I will take the rest probably with me and share with ladies, which will be lovely, and some shells to go with that. These are all 50 cents. So when the bags are 50 cents each, I do struggle to stay away. And there's some citrine ones as well. I can't remember the name of that stone. No, I can't. And then a bag of mixed ones. Turquoise. There's a bead in there. But aren't they gorgeous? So all different types of stone chips. They also had some mother of pearl. It's got a little, like little pendanty thing almost. No idea, but I think the kids at school like them. A bag of the tiniest seed beads, which may cause me problems, but they're a really interesting metallic. And, you know, I like to make bugs and I like a sparkly thing. Also would like to make a black jacket, so I think maybe they'd be great on there. And then these little packets of just little pearlescent glass beads, a mixed bag of different ones. I did see a couple of lampwork beads in there that I thought were really interesting. Like, look at that. So I think that would be interesting for something, and just little tiny millefiori hearts. Oh, pinged it across the table. Oh, millefiori. Millefiori, is that how you say it? Rachel, millefiori, is that how you say it? So little glass canes put together, melted together into a little heart. So they're really cute. Used to have those many, many years ago and used them all up when I worked with kids. And then rose quartz. So, you know, they're rose quartz and they're little rondelles. So they're a different kind of shape. So they'll be nice. And that bag kept opening the whole time. I reckon I've lost about 4 or 5 of them. And then just a little bag of pink. Kids will like those ones. And then going with the, I like a sparkly thing, these are a really lovely coloured, clear, but a bit of, don't they look like bubbles to you? I don't know, maybe they look like bubbles to me, but there was a request on my channel to, like when I do my beaded bugs, to make a, so that's one of my beaded bugs, to possibly make a crown. And I haven't made a crown in years. I used to make them for the ballet school all the time. So I might. Got like so many things I'd like to make in so little time. When you work full time, you don't have much time on your hands, but don't have a complaint. I can do something. So I might make a crown. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. And then these little buttons. These little buttons took my fancy. It's like a little, what is that called? Is it a raccoon? Someone tell me. And a giraffe. And my mother-in-law loves giraffes. I just think they're cute. There's 2 of each, so I'll give those away to someone as well. So I'll share those. And then these are just some little metal buttons. Again, 50 cents. I couldn't pass those up. And then a whole little bag's worth of charms. So let's open them up. And maybe I won't open them up. One sec, I'll open them all up and then come back to you. So, isn't that just delightful to look at? So I love a little bowl, as you know. This is just a little brass coloured bowl. So let's see what we have in here. I'm going to bring you in a little bit closer. There we go. Sorry about jumping that around. So there's little bags. Cute. And these were, I think, 50 cents for some of the bags, up to $2 for the bags. So there's a couple of camels. It's not what I was going to say. I'm a little bit tired. Can you hear it in my voice? I think I need to have a bit of a relax this afternoon. Tonight I'm struggling. Now look at that. Bam. Isn't that lovely? Wowee. So these, I'll just get out all the brassy kind of ones. What's that? Oh, it's a piano. 2 pianos. Cross. And little gecko. Would we say gecko? Maybe. What else? Oh my goodness. Oh, this one I chose separately. Look at it. It's a little bunny head. And I think they had it in silver and I got that as well. Let's have a look. I did. Cute. Little bunnies. Little peeking over bunnies. Awesome. And then they had in the bags as well. I thought there was 2 owls. But maybe there wasn't. Geez, do you love a scratch around? It's so therapeutic to me. To have a scratch around in beads and gems and stuff. My gosh, I need to get a life. Seriously. But you know what? We're all the same, aren't we, girls? We do love it. And gents. Another gecko. Little owl. A zebra. Some boats. Karen, I have to see you again soon. You are a beautiful human, Karen from Railway Cottage, and I need to give you a boat. She loves a nautical thing. Have you seen her beautiful quilt, Nautica? Ooh, talented. Right, so there's those ones. And then just this cog. That couldn't be more random, but I love it. And 2 platypuses. Very Australian. Love that. A froggy. A gorgeous lion. Be good if I was on camera. Pig. Fox. I love that fox. Don't need any charms. A graduation scroll. It's cute. Guitars. 2 of them. 1, 2 different music notes. Isn't that interesting? They're all different. Wow. Okay. That's okay, they're the same. Interesting, isn't it? Lovely. A rose. A Is that I think it is. Oh my goodness, I really do need to go have a sleep. I'm tired. A Aztec-y looking fan. I think it might be an earring piece, like earring finding, where you put an earring hook there and then you hang things from it. Could be wrong. And these were the reason that I stopped in the first place, because I saw them in the bag. They're buttons. They're a charm that are buttons. And then there are these, a number of these that are like a little envelope with a love heart inside. And on the back it says, made with love, and like a little stamp. There's quite a few of those, and quite a few little keys, and a little cross, and a star, and bow. So gorgeous. Thanks so much, ladies. Shirley and Anne at Buttons and More. Now, the last thing I got was a bit of a lovely bags, $2, but they were all $1. Even though the bags were, the girls gave them to me for $1. And I got a lot, and these are all for work. But I will share with some ladies that I know. So they're called Bead Trimming and Craft Company, wholesalers in Queensland, and they import a whole lot of beads. Logan Road, oh, my son's name's Logan. Logan Road, Stones Corner in Queensland. So take a screenshot if you would like to support them. I was overwhelmed at their stand. They had the most beautiful beads, and I bought many things, many beads from them before, so go check them out. But I thought I would show you these bags. Don't know how many more they have left of them. $1 for all of that. Now they all look dusty. Now the dust, oh, I don't know why I did that. Go on over. The dust makes them look really dull, but once you clean the dust off, I'm just doing it with my hands because I have very, very warm hands, is they are quite lovely. Look at this. So I'm going to take heaps of those into school, and I'm going to a crafty stitch along next weekend, and I'm going to take some to share with all those beautiful women there. Now these ones are so cheap because they're imperfect. There's lots of bubbles, there's like cracks inside them. I don't care about that. I just think they're beautiful. Look at these lovely, almost like a light purpley colour, some browns, and you know, occasionally you find a crackle bead in there. Lots of different, yeah, some of them are broken, so you just go through them and get rid of them. So I'm going to wash them all up and share them with my stitchy friends, but also take them into school. And we do lots of beading activities with kids, mindfulness. So I'm going to share it with my school as well. And for so cheap, you know, they're a great option. So thank you to the lovely ladies who I had a great chat with at Bead Trimming and Craft Company. That's it, I think, for my haul from the craft fair. I did take some footage. I didn't take much footage. My husband is going to have to help me do a voiceover because it was, yeah, just overwhelming. I find it really overwhelming. I don't go to many craft fairs for that reason. I was umming and ahhing about going. One, because I don't need anything, but two, I just feel it's really busy, and even I always go on a Saturday on the last day so that I can try and avoid some of that. But still, I was a bit overwhelmed. I only stayed, I think, for about maybe an hour and a half, and then I'm out of there. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely week. I hope you get to do some stitching and maybe a bit of beading. And I just thank you so much for joining me and for all your lovely comments. I really do appreciate it. This community is just, yeah, heartening and lovely. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Have a great week. Take care of yourself. I hope you get some stitching in. Bye for now.